Leviticus Chapter 14. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, This is the procedure for the cleansing of a leper on the day of their cleansing. They shall be brought to the priest. The priest shall go outside the camp and examine whether the leprosy has been healed in the leper. Then the priest shall command to take 2 live and clean birds, cedar wood, scarlet thread, and hyssop. One of the birds shall be killed in an earthen vessel over running water. The living bird, along with the cedar wood, scarlet thread, and hyssop, shall be dipped in the blood of the bird that was killed over the running water. The priest shall sprinkle the one to be cleansed from leprosy 7 times and pronounce them clean. The living bird shall be released into the open field. The one to be cleansed shall wash their clothes, shave off all their hair, and bathe in water. Afterward they may enter the camp, but they shall stay outside their tent for 7 days. On the 7th day, they shall shave off all their hair, including their head, beard, and eyebrows. They shall also wash their clothes and bathe in water to be clean. On the 8th day, they shall bring 2 unblemished male lambs, a yearling ewe lamb without blemish, 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, and 1 log of oil. The priest shall present the person to be cleansed and these offerings before the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle of the congregation. The priest shall take 1 male lamb as a guilt offering, along with the log of oil, and present them as a wave offering before the Lord. The lamb shall be slaughtered in the same place as the sin offering and the burnt offering, in the holy place, for the guilt offering, as it is most holy. The priest shall take some of the blood of the guilt offering and put it on the right earlobe, right thumb, and right big toe of the person to be cleansed. The priest shall also take some of the oil and pour it into his left hand. He shall dip his right finger in the oil in his left hand and sprinkle it 7 times before the Lord. The priest shall put some of the oil that is in his hand on the right earlobe, right thumb, and right big toe of the person to be cleansed, on top of the blood of the guilt offering. The remainder of the oil in the priest's hand shall be poured on the head of the person to be cleansed to make atonement for them before the Lord. The priest shall offer the sin offering and make atonement for the one to be cleansed from their uncleanness. Afterward, the burnt offering shall be slaughtered. The priest shall offer the burnt offering and the grain offering on the altar, making atonement for the person, and they shall be clean. If the person is poor and cannot afford all these offerings, they shall take 1 male lamb for a guilt offering, along with 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil for a grain offering, a log of oil, and 2 turtledoves or 2 young pigeons, according to their means. One shall be a sin offering, and the other a burnt offering. On the 8th day, they shall bring these offerings for their cleansing before the priest, at the entrance of the tabernacle of the congregation, before the Lord. The priest shall present the lamb for the guilt offering, the log of oil, and shall present them as a wave offering before the Lord. The lamb of the guilt offering shall be slaughtered, and the priest shall put some of its blood on the right earlobe, right thumb, and right big toe of the person to be cleansed. The priest shall pour some of the oil into his left hand. He shall sprinkle with his right finger some of the oil in his left hand 7 times before the Lord. The priest shall put some of the oil that is in his hand on the right earlobe, right thumb, and right big toe of the person to be cleansed, on top of the blood of the guilt offering. The remainder of the oil in the priest's hand shall be put on the person's head to make atonement for them before the Lord. They shall offer 1 turtledove or young pigeon, according to their means, as a sin offering, and the other as a burnt offering, along with the grain offering. The priest shall make atonement for the one to be cleansed before the Lord. This is the law concerning someone with a leprous infection, whose means are limited for their cleansing. The Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, saying, When you enter the land of Canaan, which I am giving you as a possession, and I put a leprous infection in a house in the land of your possession, the owner of the house shall come and inform the priest, saying, It seems to me that there is a leprous infection in the house. The priest shall command them to empty the house before the priest goes in to examine the infection, so that everything in the house will not become unclean. Afterward, the priest shall go in to examine the house. He shall examine the infection, and if the infection appears to be deeper than the house, with greenish or reddish streaks, and it appears lower than the wall, the priest shall go out of the house to the entrance, and shut up the house for 7 days. The priest shall come again on the 7th day and examine. If the infection has spread on the walls of the house, the priest shall command that they remove the stones with the infection and throw them into an unclean place outside the city. They shall scrape the inside of the house all around.